Thanks for tuning in to the Florida Softball Network. Welcome to the game between the Power and the Gators. Well, first pitch so far starts off with a strike. And 2 strikes right there in a row. In the circle for the Gators is Aubrey Lytal. She is guesting with the Gators. Normally plays on the Fury. But the Gators still have Avalo that is recovering from a wrist injury. And so happy to have Aubrey here with us for this game as the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And they grab the out there. Little tapper that winds up just in front of the plate.
14, Cody Spring.
Picked up there by Peyton, thrown down to Haley at first base for the first out. Well, bringing to bat now is Cody Spring, who actually used to play for the Gators, switched teams this past season. And she fouls the first one to the screen for strike 1. And that is a great catch there by the Gators to record their second out. Well, so far, 2 up, 2 down for the Power. And that misses just outside for a ball. And a swing and a miss to bring the count even to 1-1. And that's just outside for a ball.
1-1-2.
2 balls, 1 strike. And that is popped up behind the screen. And that means we're at 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. The batter at the plate for the Power is number 39, Rincon. And another one fouled back behind.
Yeah, sometimes when I put it in the right place, I'll get this way. So I'll get it.
And that gets for a called strike 3. Well, Power bring 3 to the plate, and the Gators retire all 3. After the top of 1, the score is 0-0, and the Gators about to have their first at-bats. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. Well, we move now to the bottom of the first inning. First up to bat is Fati. And she swings and misses for strike 1. And that bounces low, bringing the count to 1-1. And that one's called, looking strike 2. Puts the pitcher ahead in the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the circle for the Power, McLeod. And Fati grounds that one to the first baseman, who handles that ball easily for the first out of the bottom of the first inning, retiring Fati. Which now brings to the plate Cameron Solano, the left fielder, number 6. First pitch for Cameron's at bat, misses high for ball 1. And a swing and a miss. And we're at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Cameron. McLeod delivers and grabs the outside part of the plate as Cameron swings and misses for strike 2. So the second 1 ball, 2 strike count here of the half inning. And that misses low for 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And that misses high outside for ball 3. So full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out with Cameron Solano at bat. And that's foul tip, but fortunately dropped there by the catcher to stay alive. And the count remains full. And that misses high for ball 4, and Cameron trots on down to first base. So the Gators now with their first base runner of the game. Brings to bat Avalo Fitzgerald. Avalo, who's been dealing with a wrist injury, is now back in action. She's in the last several games just been a designated runner. Happy to see her back in action here for the Gators. And that grabs the outside for strike 1. And that one gets hit over to third base. Third baseman fields it, throws to second, but no play at first. So Power get the out on the lead runner. And now have 2 down with Avalo over at first base, and coming to bat now is Addison Held, the shortstop. And that one is hit along the left side, but just foul and out of play. Excuse me there. All right, so just a long strike there, but nice contact. And with 2 outs, the count is no balls and 1 strike. And that one is going to get hit, but out of play on the right side. And on 2 pitches, the count is no balls, 2 strikes. Both fouled away, making contact, so they're not swings and misses. Just gonna have to dial that up and get the timing just right to keep that ball in play. Could be a good hit here. And that one gets chopped, picked up by the third baseman, who throws across the diamond. A nice stretch by the first baseman, and the Power get off the field with their 3rd out. Well, no damage there made, even though a couple of base runners get on, but well played, good defense by the Power. And after 1, we have a score of 0-0. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. Well, we roll into the top of the 2nd inning. Coming to bat for the Power is number 24, Lopez. Remaining in the circle for the Gators is Abby. And we're ready for our first pitch of the top of the second inning. Here's a swing and a miss for strike one. And on the second pitch of the second inning, Abby grabs her second strike. So no balls, 2 strikes now. Abby way ahead, probably going to work the zone here. Try to see if we can get the batter to chase, and she does not. Great pitch there, just outside, but Lopez managed to hold off of it to bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that misses high and outside to bring the count even to 2-2. And that misses low. So after being way ahead, the batter Lopez manages to get back into the count, now being full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That becomes set. And misses just low. Well, Power now have their first base runner of the game, with the catcher Lopez now going to be replaced by, or maybe a gear change, not sure what's, nope, pinch runner coming in for the catcher. And now the Power in business with a base runner and no outs as we continue through the top of the second inning. That misses high and outside for ball 1. Well, that misses low. Bring the count now to 2 balls, no strikes. Potential opportunity right there to have maybe picked off the runner at first, but held back on that ball. And there's a strike. All right, 2-1 now. And that misses for ball 3. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike. Batters count here. And that one is going to be fouled to the right side, but just manages to go out of play. The count now 3-2. All right, full count with a runner at first, no outs. Power looking for a way to advance that runner into scoring position. And that gets fouled off to the left side. And the count remains full. Looks like that came off the batter's leg. She kind of hops back, shakes that out. All right, full count. And there's a perfect swing and a miss. All right, and the Gators managed to get their first out, and the runner cannot advance from first base. And that's going to get fouled away and out of play for strike 1. Fowler number 44 now at bat in the circle. Aubrey Lytal catching for this game. We have Peyton Williamson. I'll tell you a little more about the defense here shortly. Let's look for our next pitch here. And that one is hit into right field. And underneath it is the second baseman. That's going to be Kira Sherman there at second base. Makes that out. And with 2 outs, runner remains there at first base. And this is for ball 1. Now batting for Power is Pardo. And that misses low for a ball. Brings the count to 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner at first. Next pitch. And that gets fouled away to the left side for strike 1. And that one's going to get hit and make it past the left side of the infield. And now with 2 outs, the Power have runners at first and well, nice ball placement there. Gets a single and a runner to advance. And showing bunt. And just ball manages to get away from Peyton out front, allowing the runners to advance now with 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. The Power now with an opportunity to try to get 1 run across, at least. And that one is hit into right field. The right fielder is underneath it to make the 3rd out. And the Gators get out of the top of the 2nd inning with no damage. And the score remains 0-0. Hey, if you haven't had an opportunity to subscribe to the channel yet, we do invite you to do so. We'd love to have more followers to catch all this softball action. Coming to you from South Florida, Central Florida, and later in the season, a game being played in South Carolina that we'll be at. So a lot of softball yet to come. This is going to be the last tournament before the team goes on to a spring break. We'll be off for the next 3 weekends, and we'll return to the field in April, in the first week of April. But in the meantime, we've got 3 games scheduled today, and this is just the first of the 3. Later coming up is a game against the Weston 2011 team, and then the 3rd game in the afternoon against Chobe Amp. So a lot of great softball coming your way right here from the Florida Softball Network. We begin the bottom of the 2nd inning here with the score 0-0. And coming to bat to lead us off here at the bottom of the 2nd is number 7, Haley Hirsch. Haley steps in. And the first pitch here misses low for ball 1. And that one comes up short of the plate as well for ball 2. So 2 pitches so far coming in short and bouncing before the plate. Puts Haley up in the count 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. And that misses high and outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. Nothing to swing and hit at yet. So she's going to have to look for something here. Not sure if the take sign's going to be on or she's going to be able to swing away. Let's see what we got here. And I guess there was a take because that was right down the river there for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Haley's still well ahead in the count. And we'll look here for something that she can hit. And she does. She gets it, hits that one. And, oh, almost caught by the center fielder, but on the tumble cannot hold on to it. Great effort there, though. And Haley's on.
Up to bat, number 11, Reese.
I got a whole lot of money. Y'all it for me. Bottle G, popping that water, man.
Well, with Haley now on first, brings to bat Reese Kennerson, number 11, who played first base in the last inning. And that one bounces short of the plate, and Haley is going to advance over to second base. So now the Gators with a runner in scoring position, no outs on a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss by Reese for strike 1. All right, count now 1-1. McLeod in the circle, pitches, and that is fouled back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count. And that misses for a ball. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Haley draws the throw down there to second, but easily back. And that misses high. All right, brings the count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Haley at second base. Reese at the plate. McLeod in the circle. Catcher asks for the count. And that's swing and a miss.
Now to bat, number
All right, Reese manages to get there. And they're calling that a drop ball by the catcher. I don't know. I believe it skipped into her glove. I don't know if that was a drop ball. But Gators favoring on that. Yeah, here comes the coach. I do have to agree with the power. I do not believe that was a drop ball by the catcher. I believe it bounced and skipped. And
3-2-1.
but after a brief conference, they're going to allow Reese to stay on first. So lucky break there for the Gators, who now have runners at first and second with no outs. And that misses for ball 1. And that one is going to get hit and out of play on the right side to bring the count now to 1-1. Forgot to mention previously that at the plate right now is Luca Hansberger, number 16, the right fielder for the Gators. Luca steps in. 2 RBIs out there for her. She hits this one, golfs it up though to second base. The runners retreat, and the Power have their first out of the bottom of the second.
Bat number 22, Peyton.
Still doing this, Andre? Oh, for sure. Yeah. Check it out.
and that one comes short of the plate for ball one. And that one again short of the plate. And that one is hit over to the shortstop, who then kind of tosses it into no man's land. The Power lucky to have the first baseman there paying attention. And now the Power with 2 outs, and the Gators still with their runners at first and second. Brings to bat Kinsley Roman. To see if she can knock in a run here and break this tie of 0-0. And Kinsley swings and misses there for strike one. Oh, miss there for strike two. All right, 2 pitches, 2 swinging strikes. Puts Kinsley in the hole here by a count of no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And that one gets fouled away to the right side to stay alive at 0-2. And that one gets hit over the right side and tracked down by the second baseman in foul territory for the 3rd out. And the Power managed to prevent both runners from crossing home plate and keep the score at 0-0 as we move into the 3rd inning. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. We move now into the top of the 3rd inning. And coming to bat is Lamont for the Power. And the first pitch is low for ball one. And that's in there for a strike. Grabs the lower inside part of the plate, and that lower inside part of the strike zone, rather, to bring the count to 1-1. That one gets fouled off to the right side, now to play. To bring Aubrey ahead in the count by a count of 1-2. Lamont steps in, Lytal sets, delivers, and that gets fouled once again off to the right side and out of play. One and two. First batter here in the top of the 3rd inning. And that one's hit to the shortstop, fielded, thrown down to first. And on that play from Addison to Haley, the Gators capture their first out of the 3rd inning. That one's going to get grounded over to first base. Second baseman grabs it, tosses, and they grab the second out. All right, 1 pitch at bat right there allows the Gators to grab a quick second out. on McLeod, the pitcher, who was the one that grounded out right there to Kinsley. And now brings to bat number 5 for the Power. That misses high and outside for a ball. That just low for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, no strike the count here. And that is low. All right, 3-0 now the count. So Abby's going to have to dial in something here. Let's see what she's got here. Looks for the pitch and misses inside. Oh, I guess that was ball 3. Oh, no, yep, sure enough, ball 4. Wasn't sure what was going on there. Well, a 4-pitch walk there for number 5 for the Power, and they have a runner on now with 2 outs. And the first pitch is hit over into the gap in front of center field. And they got a base hit there. He's hit over towards second base. All right, well, now runners at first and second with 2 outs. The Power not willing to go quietly out of the top of the 3rd inning. Trying to see what they can do here with 2 outs. Gators were in the same situation. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and were not able to get a run across. And that one's going to get hit to the pitcher. Oh, no. I guess that was off of her foot or something there, or maybe off the plate. The umpire calls that dead ball, and we have strike 1. Oh, a nice change up there for strike 2. And there's a swinging strike 3. Well, just like the Power did to the Gators return the favor. Do not let any of the runners that got on base to come around towards third or home plate. And we remain scoreless after the top of the 3rd inning. We move into the bottom of the 3rd, and it's still scoreless at a score of 0-0. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. All right, to the bottom of the 3rd inning we move. And with a bunt that goes foul is number 1, Kira Sherman. Here comes to the plate, still in the circle. McLeod delivers, and that one is hit right back to McLeod, but gets past her. The second baseman fields it, but able to run it out is Kira. Well, nice hustle right there. Gets Kira on base, the leadoff batter. And as they say, that's why we hustle. And now to bat for the Gators, the pitcher of this game, Abby Lytal. And Abby watches for ball 1. A quick attempt for a back pick, trying to catch Kira sleeping. Made it close, but able to get back without any damage. So here we go. 1 ball, no strikes, runner at first. And that's hit over to third baseman, hit hard. Third baseman not able to field it cleanly, able to outrun it. Running over to third base all the way around is Kira with nice hustle around second, makes it over to third. And now the Gators have runners at the corners with no outs.
I move too fast from the gas, don't chase me. Slow down.
slow down. I tell them slow down.
And the Gators are at the top of their lineup here with Fati stepping up to bat. And Fati hits that one over to the second baseman, who goes to first base with the throw, which allows the runner to cross. Maybe a possibility for a double play, but she just committed for that one out.
And I keep getting stronger.
And the Gators now able to break that tie with a runner at second base and one out, and a score of Power 0, Gators now with 1. First pitch is bunted foul to the right side for strike 1. And that misses high for a ball. 1-1.
2-3-1. Hey, go!
And that is low for ball 2. This catcher does love to throw and try to keep her base runners close. Coach Travis for the Gators. Timeout, talks to the home plate umpire. And it looks like we're going to have a runner for the pitcher. Oh, no. Yep. Okay. All right. So Abby, the pitcher, comes off. Has a pitch runner there. Fati. Probably doing that because of the familiarity with the signs and the calls. It's tough to come in as a guest player to know everything. And that misses high for a ball. All right, well, 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Hitter's count here. And she hits that one towards the third baseman, who fields it, throws to 1, and they grab that out at first base. But now, with 2 outs,
Now comes
they
that
have
number 10,
Abby's
Evelo.
pitch runner there, Fati, standing 60 feet away. And coming to bat now, Evelo Fitzgerald. And that's called for strike 1. That one's hit on the outside part of the plate, and the pitcher able to track that down with a nice hustle, and the power able to grab the third out. Well, the Gators do manage to get 1 across there to break the tie, and we move into the top of the 4th inning here with the Gators up by a score of 1-0 over the Power. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. Well, we begin the 4th inning, and coming up to bat for the Power is Danny Rincon. Not sure if it's Rincon or Rincon, but the speaker for the Power said Rincon. And that one is hit high into the air on the left side Third baseman calls off the shortstop, and Avalo makes that catch for the first out of the top of the fourth inning. And Rincon is retired. Gives a little talk to her teammate there, the next batter to step up. And that grabs the outside park for strike one. So Lopez at the plate now, number 24. She taps that one, and that stays fair rather, on the left side. Oh, nope, called foul. Take that back. Skirting that line, but home plate umpire is saying that one is foul. And Lopez now down in the count just by one strike. Trying to work the outside part of the zone there, but just misses to bring the count to 1-1.
Now batting, number 5, Emma Chapman.
That misses high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one gets past first baseman, fielded by the right fielder. And quickly guns it there. That's Kira throwing over to Reese to grab the second out of the inning. And that one right in there for strike one. Batting now for the Power is number 4, Holly. And on that one missing, that brings the count to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And that one misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a nice pitch there to bring the count even at 2-2. And that one gets hit over to the right side and drops in foul territory. And Holly stays alive with the count of 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. That misses high and outside to bring the count full. And that one drops in for ball 4. And the Power now with a base runner at first with 2 outs. Brings to the plate number 44, Fowler. That one hits the ground, runner goes, but not able to hold on to the ball is Kinsley over there at second base, which allows the runner for the Power to be safe at second base. So Holly advances over to second with 2 outs, Now the tying run in scoring position for the Power. And stepping back in with the 1-0 count is Fowler. That one is hit over to the gap over at second base. Kinsley able to stop it from going, but playing so far over towards the first base side is unable to field it for the out. And now runners at the corners for the Power with 2 outs. Imagine we're going to see the runner from first advance over to second with infielder's indifference. Fielder's indifference. So we'll just stay on this wide shot. Watch her jog on over to second. Oh, but that one is hit foul on the right side. And the count now, no balls, 1 strike. Next pitch. And that one hit again to the right side, but out of play. To bring Abby up on the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Now an opportunity to put a little spin on that ball, work that zone, and see if she can record the 3rd out and keep the runner at 3rd from advancing and tying up the game. And she does just that. Great pitch there to record the 3rd strike. Well, Power there with an opportunity almost to tie up the game with 2 base runners reaching, but Abby able to take care of business from the circle, records the 3rd out on a looking 3rd strike. We move now to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Gators up on the Parkland Power by a score of 1-0. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. To the bottom of the 4th we go here on the Florida Softball Network. We're coming to you from Okeechobee Park in West Palm Beach today. First of 3 games in seeding, and that hit is going to go over to the shortstop. Addie tries to leg it out, but not able to beat out the throw, and Power record their 1st out.
Look, I just put the switch. I don't know nobody else is doing this. Body start to drop.
Now coming to the plate is number 7, Haley Hirsch for the Gators. And McLeod gets Haley to swing for strike 1. Nice little pitch that kind of comes off and grabs the outside part of the plate where the batters cannot reach that with their bat. Nice placement there. And there it is again. But this time Haley able to stay off of it to grab herself a ball. Bring the count to 1-1. McLeod working that outside part of the plate, gets Haley to swing once again. Puts her in the hole here by a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Haley chops that one over to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it easily and throws her out at first to record the 2nd out.
Up to bat, number 11, Reese.
I got a whole lot of money. Y'all ain't playing me. Bottle weed, popping that water, man. Drinking. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
All right, now batting is Reese Kennerson. And McLeod misses that outside pitch that she loves, living over there. But Reese able to stay off of it to grab the first ball of her at bat. And there it is again on that outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. All right, 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here. And that misses high for ball 3. So Reese well ahead in the count here. 3 balls, no strikes, with the Gators up by a score of 1-0. And Reese looking for an opportunity to get onto the base paths with this pitch from McLeod. And that's outside once again. All right, so there you go. 4 pitches, 4 balls. Reese able to stay off of that outside pitch, gets her on base, and brings to the plate now Luca Hansberger. And there's that outside pitch that Luca gets off the tip of the bat. And shortstop fields it, cannons that over to first base, and the Power get 3 up, 3 down. Well, we move now to the top of the 5th inning. We've completed 4 and about, looks like about 6 minutes left in the game. They're playing 70 minutes or 7 innings. But only about 6 minutes left as we move into the 5th inning, so this will likely be the final inning of the game. Well, we thank you very much for tuning in. We ask you for you to like, subscribe. If you're enjoying this game, definitely give it a thumbs up so that others get told, hey, this is a good game to watch. If you enjoy watching softball, this is the great place for it, as you can follow some of the teams throughout South and Central Florida. If you play on one of those teams, we invite you to look up on the channel, see if maybe your game is recorded on here. We've got a vast library. And we thank you in the meantime for watching us here. I'm Dave, coming to you from West Palm Beach, Florida, Okeechobee Park, in a 3-seeding and single elimination bracket play tournament. So their teams are all playing 3 games today, and then they'll return tomorrow to play in single elimination bracket play. So a lot of softball action coming to you this weekend. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. Well, it's the top of the 5th inning now, and the first batter for the Power comes up to bat, number 17, Hopkins, with Abby Vital in the circle, and her first pitch grabs the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Both pitchers working that outside, trying to get the calls. That one low for ball 1. 1-1. Defensively for the Gators, Peyton Williamson behind the dish. Haley Hirsch over at first, Kira Sherman at second. Give you more here in a moment after this pitch. Oh, called for strike 2. Over at shortstop is Addison Held. At third base, Avalo Fitzgerald. Your outfield is Cameron Solano at left, Fatima Masri in center, and Luca Hansberger in right field. And speaking of right field, that goes right to Luca, who easily catches that ball. And the Gators record their first out of the 5th inning. All right, well, Hopkins goes out on that hit to right field, brings up to the plate Lamont. And she hits one deep over to center field with a jumping catch. Fati with a solid job holding down center field. And the outfield getting some work here in the 5th inning with 2 catches for 2 outs. Now coming to bat, the pitcher, McLeod. And she fouls the first pitch back to the screen for strike 1. Second pitch of the at-bat. And that misses Hine outside for a ball. Well, it's a sunny day here in South Florida. No threats of rain, but you never know. But the rain chance is low. Oh, and that grabs the outside. Yep. Like I said, the pitcher-on-pitcher duel here puts Abby ahead now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on McLeod. And there is a looking strike 3. Well, both pitchers know work that outside part of the zone to get that strike. And that's it. That's going to be the ball game with just seconds left here in this game. So the players are going to line up, and the Gators are going to take this game by a score of 1-0. Again, we want to thank you very much for tuning in and watching this game. We actually are going to be right back to you in action once again here in just a few minutes as we switch fields. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now's a great time to do so, because that's going to let you know as soon as we are back live, so you can see the next game. Here come the Gators to thank the umpiring crew for their work, because without them, they could not play. All right, well, again, thank you so much for watching the Florida Softball Network. My name is Dave, coming to you from West Palm Beach, Florida, and we'll see you from the clay.